Welcome to the City Council meeting Tuesday, August 26th. I will now call the meeting to order at 5:30. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Open Meetings Act is over there on the west wall. Can I have a motion to excuse Councilman Kirkman?
So moved.
Second.
First by Ratcliffe, second by Coons.
Coons,
Yes.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Is there any comments by the public? Approval of the August 12th, 2025 minutes. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Lee, yeah.
Bondegaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Abstain.
Lee,
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Ordinance 1876, electrical rate proposal. Third reading.
You remember right at the July 22nd meeting, JK Energy Consultants gave a presentation and recommendations on ordinance 1876. At that time, the council requested revisions to the ordinance, which were presented at the August 12th meeting for the second reading. Following discussion, council directed staff to make additional adjustments for the third and final reading, which is what you have before you tonight. So I guess I'll let you guys talk amongst yourself, and we do have electric representatives here to answer technical questions if you have them.
Is there any questions? Do you guys want to talk a little bit about it or
Do you want
changes?
I mean, I can go up real quick. Good evening, Mayor, Councilman. So, as City Manager had mentioned, the only real major changes that we made from the last time was removing
years through
that
four?
the 4-year rate increase, right, and then just going to the 1 and 2 year rate increase on there. I think the last council meeting, I kind of went over as far as what the percentages are based off the actual rate themselves. So we have any other questions that were pertaining to that? There were a couple questions from Councilman Lee that I was not able to answer at that time that I have some answers for tonight. First one was what % of the electrical expenses are fixed costs? So broke it down. We kind of define our fixed costs as those that don't fluctuate due to the amount of the energy that's being generated and sold. So I took that to be combined salaries and benefits, supplies such as gas, oil, safety equipment, tools, maintenance, meters, major equipment, transformers, IT and meter support systems, and then our general bills. So utilities, admin fees, franchise fees, and then general insurance on there as well. So when we look at the overall fixed cost on our side of things, if power went out and we're having to maintain, go out there and work on some things, we're looking at about 15% of our total expenditure, and this is for the month of July. So overall fixed costs, looking about 148,000 and some change for just the month of July alone. When we look at capital expenses within that same month, that made up about 36% of our overall expenditure. Power purchase made up 47% of that total expenditure, and then contingency of 2% of that total expenditure. So our fixed costs definitely takes the least amount as far as what the expenditures are based off our capital and power purchase on there. The other question was, what is the % of the wholesale bill versus fixed and demand? So on the mean side of things, 33% of that bill is for fixed cost recovery. For WAPA, 52% of that bill is for demand. When we look at Sandhill Solar, there is no demand or fixed cost recovery charge. That's just based off the kilowatt hours that we are buying from them. And then when we look at billing for City of Sydney, demand makes up about 11% of that total bill. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Councilman Lee, but that was the questions I wasn't able to answer last time.
I think so. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Any other questions?
So we have a 2-year rate increase in this one, right?
Correct, yes.
Any other changes that we made?
Just took that 3-month deal out and put it back to a month, the large demand.
What kind of effect, if we went with a smaller rate increase, would it have on the department?
I can't speak on the finance side of that or the department itself, honestly, with me being so new and really just digging into this. I wouldn't feel comfortable of speaking that actual impact on us at this time. I don't know if anybody else would like to speak on that, but I haven't been around long enough yet.
I think with generation being,
Tom, can you come up?
forward?
Yeah.
Mr. Coons, I think with generation being mostly paid off, I think it would be really close with our budget if no rate increase was, if you guys decided to do no rate increase. So we would be looking at maybe breaking even or still dipping into our reserves.
You talking dipping in? Are we talking $1 million or a few $100,000?
I would say a few $100,000.
And that's without the rate, the 8%.
Correct, yes.
So,
What got me on some of this was we were asking for a 4, right? We asked JK to do a 4 because we'll almost break even after 4. But now, yeah, so we're kind of like, now we're almost will break even after if we do no increase. So like the numbers don't add up, right? And I appreciate you guys doing all your hard work and stuff like that, but for me the numbers just don't add up. Like I feel like it's a tax increase without doing a tax increase. And I mean, we go through the budget and we're looking at all these things, but what I'm not seeing is how to take care of you guys on the electrical side. Your wages are extremely low, but none of that stuff was brought up in this, right? I mean, we're talking $10 to $15 for the same job somewhere else that you're doing here. You're losing guys. As soon as they become journeymen, they're gone, right? And how much are we spending to get these guys to that point to lose them? I mean, I'd rather see some numbers that prove that we're going to get these guys to keep them to stay here. And I think I'd rather sell that to the rest of the community than anything else.
say we kept the kilowatt hour the same, would just a rate increase on the meter, because we are extremely low there in comparison, say like a $3 or $4 increase on the meter set itself, would that make it?
I believe we figured out every meter, we need about, I think it was at 2750.
Yeah,
We're at 20 right now.
you're at 20 right now. Or not-
Definitely help.
Well, you're looking at about 128,000 increase if, on about 3,500 meters was what I figured, somewhere in there. So,
Any more questions? I guess we're done.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Gentlemen.
Can I have a motion to redesignate newly amended ordinance 1876?
What are we doing?
We're
What's
just redesignating.
Redesignating.
If this isn't the vote to pass.
Okay. I'll move to redesignate it.
Motion by Ratcliffe,
I'll second to redesignate it.
second by Coons.
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Coons?
Yes.
Bondegaard?
Yes. Mayor, Clerk, can you read the title for the third time?
An ordinance of the City of Sidney, Nebraska relating to electrical rates, effective date of rates, amending sections 1048.04, 1048.05, 1048.06, 1048.065, 1048.11, and 1048.13 of the codified ordinances of the City of Sidney, Nebraska, and providing for publication.
A motion to pass ordinance 1876.
Okay, if there's no motion to pass, then
Just go to number
it
5.
dies.
It does. Resolution 202-50807, Municipal Annual Certification Program. Hank.
Hank, you're up, Hank. You fall asleep during the last one.
Okay, I'm Hank with the Street Department, and good evening, Mayor and Councilman. What we're here for tonight is the annual compliance with the state of Nebraska. It's a mandatory thing, stating that how we do all the stuff that they're supposed to do to get our funding. We have a 1 and 6 year plan. We do budgets. We do inventory. We also have costs. Part of it is cost of your equipment, inventory of equipment, inventory of all your stuff in the deal, that we do all our road projects in compliance with state standards. And this used to be a thing that you had to do and mail all these papers in at the end of the year. And it had to be on the last day, and the last day is about when we got our audit from the auditors. And then you try to get on and get on the program, and you can never work on it and stop and save. You'd be working along, all of a sudden it'd kick you off. Dave had the fun time with me. It took us like 6 hours to do it because you'd be going, all of a sudden it would kick you off and you'd have to start all over. And there were several pages, and the pages that they give you, the forms that you used, that's what we used to send in. Well, you had to still have that form, but then when you sent it in, they had another form. You had to change all the things around on different things on it. It wasn't like you could take this and copy real simple. So to ease that problem, and I'm sure because they were getting stacks and stacks and stacks of paper in Lincoln because every municipality and every county has to do this. So I'm sure they were getting full, so they changed it a few years ago and made this a compliance, and this is what you do instead of having to send all that stuff in. So it's a annual thing. It's mandatory. You do it or you don't get your state funding.
Okay. Make a
I think
statement.
we want our state funding.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
Second?
Motion Lee's, second Coons.
Lee?
Yes.
Coons?
Yes.
Bondegaard?
Yes,
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
thank you. Resolution 202-50808, master fee schedule, Kagan.
Good evening, council. So this is something that we do annually, that will bring forward the master fee schedule. This year, pretty minor changes across the board. As far as it goes, I think golf took a slight increase in some of its fees, as well as in the inspection. And really what we did in inspection was added just a little bit of verbiage that allows or hopefully gets people into Marshall's office to start talking about building permits. And what that verbiage is that all building service permit fees are double if the work is started without a permit that it requires it. So that's really the biggest changes to it. Other than that, there was really no cost recovery or anything like that. The one thing I would like to mention that this does reference the electrical rate ordinance of 1876, which obviously has just failed. So we will probably need to approve this on amendment that we are falling back to that original ordinance. So other than that, that's everything I've got here. Any questions?
So the motion would have to be to pass it as amended.
Yes, yeah,
as
it would have to
amended.
motion to
As
pass
amended.
as amended.
Any questions?
I'll make the motion to pass it as amended.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Radcliffe.
Coons, yeah, or Radcliffe, yeah.
Coons,
Yes.
Vondergaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Motion passes as amended. Resolution 202-50809, Nebraska Public Agency Investment Trust. Kagan.
So this is an opportunity for us to pass a resolution that expands our ability to make investments. I do have NPATE's Representative Walker here to kind of go over this a little more in depth than I can, but just so you're aware, a previous action that we took roughly about a year and a half ago was we passed a similar resolution with Nebraska Class. Just expanding our opportunities to invest. Since that time, Nebraska Class and NPATE have merged and operate under one portfolio. So there is no cost to the city on this if we so choose to not invest. But it does give us the ability to have daily liquidity as well as a fixed term asset with his platform. And if Walker, if you want to speak to your platform, you definitely are more than welcome to.
I feel like you just might be working me out of a job here. Thanks for having me. Walker Zolkowski talked about NPATE. The fund itself, it's a money market fund only for public entities in Nebraska. There's no obligation to use it, no cost to use it. The fund's been around for almost 30 years, and it was created by public entities for public entities. So I work for a group called PTMA Financial Solutions, and we're hired by the statewide board to run the fund. So today's rate's 4.26%. Like Kagan said, there's no obligate or there you have daily liquidity. So you put your money in there today, you're going to earn the rate. You want to take it out tomorrow, you can. But the way it works is it's economies of scale. So the more folks, the more public entities that use the fund, the cost to run it goes down and the return goes up, and you all share in the return. I can go on real fast, but everyone's flying through these resolutions, so I don't want to be that guy. So if you have specific questions, go ahead.
There's no early withdrawals or any, right, on there? Okay.
No, no, itself, it's just a money market fund. So no penalties for taking anything out, excuse me. I'm a municipal advisor, so I have Series 50, Series 7. My job, I'm a fiduciary duty to you. So it's not, if I'm talking with you guys about investments or using the fund, it's what's in your best interest. And so not always do you want to be in a money market fund, because sometimes, especially because rates are going to start to come down, the Fed has already said that. And so that 4.26 that you're seeing today is probably going to come down 25 basis points in the next month. So what are we saying right now? It probably makes sense if you have cash sitting there, let's look at investments. And that might be working with your local banks. It might be looking at buying treasuries. It might other fixed term products. Those you're going to have obligations to, just like a CD. If you lock it up for 6 months or 12 months, you're going to have penalties if you withdraw. We're the fixed term provider for the fund, for the participants too, and so we can help with those. But the fund itself, no redemption, no early withdrawal. It's just strictly liquidity. The way it runs is It's safety is number one. There's three principles to running in-pay. Safety, so your funds are pooled together with other public entities. It's only tax dollars. Liquidity, you all have access to them. And then the third part is yield. I mean, obviously you want to make as much money for you as you can, but safety and liquidity are top priority.
Makes sense.
So it's just almost like a no-brainer to me, right?
Yeah.
On there, it's like, we're gonna put money into something,
That's
like
good.
CDs, we're getting what, 4.5, 5, maybe 4?
No, most your, yeah, I was gonna say,
Under
most
4?
your,
Okay.
most your CDs are probably trading at about a 3.75. If you can catch a 4, it's probably a good investment at that point. In the time that I've been in the chair, I think when I first started in October of '23, we were 5+. You know, so in the course of, call it 2 years, we've come down quite a bit in basis points. So.
You hit a little point. InPay wasn't created to cannibalize local banks. It's just another tool in your toolbox. And so if you are looking for investments and you call us and say, what can you get for rates? Like, we have to use state law, so we have to use Nebraska banks, but we have a whole network around the state. And if they need cash, then they're willing to pay up for it. We'll pass those rates on to you. But if you come to us and say, hey, my local's willing to pay me X for this amount of time, I mean, I know rates all around the state, and I'll say right away, go for it, or, you can probably squeeze them for more, or use something that we can get you. So, like, our 12-month rate today is 4% on the nose.
And this is just purely an expansion. This, like I said, this isn't, I'm not trying to knock out using local banks at all. It just, we have to pass this for state requirements, but it's just an option for us to utilize something else in the market to help us try to increase our yield on our investments, so.
Okay. Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Walker.
Thank you, guys.
Can I have a motion to pass resolution 202-50809?
I'll motion.
Second.
Motion by Lee, second by Ratcliffe.
Sondergaard,
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Coons.
Yes.
Transportation City of Sydney DOT FTA drug policy.
Good evening, Council. Autumn Ramirez, HR Director. We have 3 drug policies, the DOT drug policy, the non-DOT drug policy, and our FTA drug policy for the transportation. That policy falls under the Nebraska Department of Transportation, and we use their template, and every year we get audited. Well, with this year's audit, it fell out that on page 26 of the drug policy, they want us to take out the laboratory piece of it. So I need to have you guys sign this or sign the document to amend the drug policy again. And just to know that our drug policies are living documents and can change at any time. So, just part of what we have to do. They said it was given to us as a suggestion, but they gave me a response time to have it done ASAP. So, there's that.
You don't have to, but you have to.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a motion to pass the DOT drug test policy?
I'll make the motion to pass the DOT drug test policy.
It'd be the FTA.
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 FTA
FTA.
drug test policy.
A second.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Sondergaard.
Yes. Price Cream
Oh.
Downtown Revitalization Grant Reimbursement.
Yeah, you're probably getting tired of hearing these, but this is the way the state mandates that we run this grant program. This is part of the Downtown Revitalization Grant that we received in 2024. So far, several businesses have used it. One of them's in the room tonight, Fox Theater, Spring Creek Cleaning, and also Price Cream. I've also been working with Wendell Gaston on his building too, and I think he finally has his, it's hard to get 3 bids on some of that stuff like brick pointing and things like that, but I think Wendell finally has gotten his 3, so we might be bringing some for his building to you soon too. And then I did hear from the owner of the building just today that's next to the Silver Dollar that wants to jump on board as well. So that's a good thing, right? But anyway, as part of the grant program, we have to bring these reimbursements to the council every time that we do one. and so that you can improve the reimbursement to the building owner or property owner. So, and this one is particularly for Price Cream, so, and it's their second one. They'll still have a few more to go because they haven't hit their total project cost yet, but I'm thinking they probably will in their next one.
Motion to pass the Price Cream down.
Motion.
Lee?
I'll second it.
Coons?
Lee,
Yes.
Coons,
Yes.
Bonnegar,
Yes.
Radcliffe.
Yes.
To the city manager's report.
A few things. We did have a meeting with the landfill engineers, and I thought that was very productive. We discovered that we can move quicker than what we originally might have thought, so that will be a good thing since our cell is getting full and there are other people that have interest in partnering with us. So that was a good meeting, and we will continue to work with them. I think we probably have the flyovers now, but I haven't heard.
It's, the flyover's done, we're just waiting for results.
Perfect, just waiting for the results to come in. That's where we are right now. Also, at my last Sentinel meeting, we do the Sentinel Project, we do meetings monthly. At the last meeting, it was reported that they do have their full funding now. That was given to them in the Big Beautiful Bill. Originally, they thought some of the funds would be diverted towards the Air Force One project, but that did not happen, and the project got full funding through that legislation. So they're moving forward fairly quickly now, and they're going to be out. If people see them out in the county or out anywhere in farmland or grassland out there, they're surveying. So that's what they're doing, trying to locate everything that they need to locate. So if you see them, please just call Comm Center. The Comm Center will be aware of when they're going to be out there, so they will let you know, yeah, that's them, or not, right? So if you see them out there and you're worried, call Comm Center. They will let you know if it is, in fact, them or somebody else. They did have a town hall scheduled for this Thursday, the 28th. That's been canceled, and thought that was kind of interesting when they told us why, and it should have hit me right away that that's the season opener for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So they didn't think anybody would show up at their town hall. So apparently Nebraska football trumps missile silos, right? So I don't know. Anyway, so that's why they canceled that. And the Economic Development Citizens Advisory Committee is working on a small business proposal to help small businesses in town, and they should be bringing that to you fairly soon here. I think we just did the final meeting on it last week, so there were a few tweaks that we need to make and have them look over, and then we might be bringing something new that can help some of our smaller business in town, which I think is much needed. They've been coming to us quite a bit for that, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, I got just today communication from a individual from the Robert B. Doherty Foundation. I had never heard of this foundation before. It was somebody calling from Omaha. So apparently our Northside Park project has reached Omaha. They are interested and want to meet with both myself and the park superintendent next month to look over our project and maybe even go see the site. I think they're going to be here in town, it sounds like. So could be another way of filling that gap for that project. So I was super happy to talk to them today. So, and that's, I guess, all I had for right now.
Lori?
Well, we have 5 farmers markets left, and we have produce now, and so I encourage everybody, if you haven't already checked out the products, do so. That's it.
Hank?
Well, let's see. We're working on Lodgepole Road and El Rancho. We're replacing the dips there. And so there is some one-lane closures there, so it is down to 1 lane. They're doing half at a time, leave it open for them down on Trail Road. And we do have some more dips hopefully we'll be doing this fall, weather permitting. It's a deal when we can do it, you gotta do it in the fall when but this year's different when it's not raining very much, but it seems that we're getting rain every year. I'm not complaining because it's kinda nice to see everything green. Other than that, just the normal maintenance going on and finishing up our annual painting of parking stalls and crosswalks and stuff, so just normal maintenance.
Sam? Who won the hoses and?
Hoses.
Huh?
The right team did.
Kagan?
Total of 34 views and 17 of them are still with us, so pretty good night.
Autumn? Dean?
No.
Marshall?
So the 5 houses on John Bourne, we're getting pretty close to final. They do have some final grades, but the interiors are getting buttoned up. And trusses finally landed over there on Creekside, so everything's moving along.
Tom?
We're, got everything on 21st from Elm all the way to Pawnee is all underground now. All the houses are cut over. And the linemen are up around Sky Manor, getting all those houses cut over. Hopefully get done with that area before winter. And just gonna let the public know, keep calling 811 if anybody's doing any digging. We had a couple customers digging to some wire. They're putting fence up, so 811 is free. Just call it and be safe.
So I'm gonna add to that, there are large fees for anybody that's watching that on there, and the state is working to fine people largely on that, up into like the tens, thousands of dollars for those, so, especially for the second time offenses, so be on the lookout for those, so encourage everybody to do it.
Josh?
We're in the beginning stages of discussion with Village of Bonneville of utilizing Joe, our superintendent, and looking at potentially getting an interlocal agreement and utilizing his services for a little bit of time until they can get another water operator. But yeah, I know we met with them today, so we'll follow up with them tomorrow and see what we need to get put together as far as getting an agreement, what we can do to support them moving forward.
Okay.
Oh, I think we're good. Thank you.
Good.
Rob?
I just want to say thank you to Joe and that.
I wanted you to do it.
They wanted me to do it, and I turned them down, so. But that's all I got to, I have nothing else.
I got nothing either. Motion to go into closed session for the purpose of economic development personnel position.
I'll move. So moved.
Burke?
Second.
Lee? Okay, we will go into
Coons?
closed set, oh,
She's got to vote.
forgot about that.
Coons?
Yes.
Bonnegar?
Yep.
Redcliffe?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.